It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see Joshua Dobbs. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the 49ers and the Pats, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
Well, they don't call them the faithful for nothing, Bronk. Fans numbering 70,000 strong have made the trek to Santa Clara, and they're ready to cheer on their 49ers here at Levi's Stadium. Hey, football fans, glad to have you all with us early in this NFL season. It's Kate Scott and Brock Heward with you, and we've got a couple of teams here, Brock, on much different trajectories here early in the opening third of this calendar.
Yeah, but we're at a part of the season, and you know this, partner, the records can still be deceiving, right? So don't look at that win-loss column and immediately say this one's a landslide. Some teams start a little slow before they surge. Some start fast, have some injuries, and we know what happens over a long season. But that picture, it's going to become a little more.
An undefeated start against a winless Skid. Let's see if this week goes chalk or if it's an upset brewing in week 4. Good looking return here, and he's got room. So here come the 49ers for their opening drive. They're brought out by someone who got his first taste of starting last season. Now in his 8th year, Joshua Dobbs.
A 400-plus yard passing day, it takes everybody. It takes protection. It takes your eligible playmakers to make those catches and gain your yards. But it also takes a red-hot quarterback playing with tremendous confidence and belief in what he can do. Now, well, his teammates are counting on him to do it again.
And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. With third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
That's brought in by Jennings. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's a 49er first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Kyle Duggar hauling him down. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, Dobbs. He'll get it to Brandon Ayuk. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Looking touchdown, but can't connect. Their struggles this season, Brock, I think, I'm not saying you think, but I think you can put a good chunk of them on this right here. It is tough to win most of your games when you're operating shorthanded.
Well, you can do whatever you want to do, but their fans, they do not want to hear it. They want that next man to step up, and unfortunately, it's just not happening. Listen, injuries mount in this league. We know that, watching this game every single season. And it's those teams that get better, that adapt, that overcome, that improvise. They're the ones who win through those injuries, and those others that don't, well, we see seasons like this one right here.
And he will score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. To return this, Marcus Jones. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. So out come the Patriots, ready for their first possession. Leading them out, the 3rd overall pick in this year's draft. After a decorated career at UNC, it's Drake May.
I really hate to say this, and when you start 0-3, the numbers will just tell you flat out. Week 4 becomes a must-win game for you to save some playoff hopes. And in a must-win situation, really all eyes turn to their quarterback for a signature performance that keeps hope alive and elevates everybody around him.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And the Patriots will have a first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Going to the ground again on first. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a New England first down. Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. It's taken in by Kendrick Bourne. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
At the Niners' 32-yard line.
Here's May. Completed over the middle. And that will not be enough for a first down. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They'll try it right with Gibson. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Now May on 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Now on the Patriots field goal try, it's Chad Ryland. Needs a good amount here, too. 51 yards away. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. San Francisco headed out for its second possession of the game. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. They kick the running back in motion. Throwing from the gun here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they face 2nd and long. Doms. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Back to throw, Dobbs. completes this one to Gray. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do them through the offseason, do them through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force fourth downs just as they did.
Starts his return from the 23. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Now elsewhere on the return, there's an injured player in need of some attention, which he will get as trainers head his way. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's May. That throw comes up short, need a little more muscle on that one. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's 2nd down. Back to the air, it's May. That won't be caught outright, it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that's gonna leave him with a tough 3rd and long. On play action, here's May. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free, incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And the 49ers will go on offense. Throwing is Dobbs. Finds his man, it's Ricky Pearsall. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainers heading out to take a look. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. They'll take an option to the right on 1st down, and he's brought down for a loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. Nearly an interception on that play. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
And 12 yards to go.
To the air, Dobbs. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
And this looks like it got just inside the 20 as it flew out, and indeed it did. They're putting the ball at the 19-yard line. The Patriots running their offense out there. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. May on 1st and 10. He fires one deep down the middle. He drops it. Oh, a huge gain in hand, but he couldn't finish the catch.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
A gain of 2 on the play. And this is...
From the gun, it's May. Hits him on the in route. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
On 1st down, it's Gibson. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's
left side, and it's intercepted. That's Diamador Lenore. There he goes on the right side. And it's a pick six as he runs it in for the touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running
Yep.
it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Moody knocks that extra point through. And the 49ers drive their lead to 11. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Antonio Gibson now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. Here's New England ready once again on offense. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick six. Need short memories here as they head back out. Now May coming off that pick. Finds his man. It's Demario Douglas. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Patriots will have a first down. Here's May to the air. Taking the deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. He's contained at the line for no gain. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. Niners countering with a fifth defensive back on this third down. May now from the gun. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Punter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. And that hit right at the 10. Somehow, though, got a wicked bounce and makes it into the end zone for a touchback. They go play action on first. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete. No luck finding George Kittle with that one. And it sets up second down. Now it's Dobbs. On target to his back, here's Christian McCaffrey. He'll have him gain about a handful there. That's Matthew Judon in on the tackle. Now it's timeout for an injured player. That's Christian McCaffrey being attended to. Hopefully with his history, this is something minor. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Running back sent in motion. From the gun on 3rd down. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Scooped up by the Patriots!
You know, Kate, we talk about these wide receivers all the time and their incredible body control, but I'll say this, these pass rushers in this day and age, the body control they have to get home on these sacks, but more importantly, to create these strip sacks is so hard to do, and that is a master's class in how to take the ball away. Well done.
The New England offense running out now. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. Hauled in by Bourne. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. May. And that one's unsuccessful.
I hate those situations, Kate, as a QB. I'm looking for an open passing lane, and I can't find one anywhere. He thought he had one available. Defense did a better job of knocking it away.
Hits him on the out route. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. And the 49ers in a nickel set. Third down coming. Throwing is May. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Badgley able to knock it through. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, Brock, and working to stretch that out to 4. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Flush down out to his left. He's keeping it. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Hauled in by Gray. And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Finds a man right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They got 24 yards on the play. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Running it after the penalty. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. Stuck at the line, and now it'll be 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd down at the 22-yard line.
Looking to throw, Dobbs. And he will score. It's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers lead by 14. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop him either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation.
Now we'll pause. The officials want to take a good look at this and confirm it was indeed a touchdown. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
Those points safe on the scoreboard. The touchdown upheld upon review. PAT up and good for Moody. And the 49ers lead by 15 now. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Gibson. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Patriots and Antonio Gibson back out on offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. On first down, they'll start with Gibson. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains. First and 10 from the 41. May looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. May now. Complete. It's Bourne. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Gibson here from the gun. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Tackle made by Jair Brown. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
The pass. Greg Greenlaw on the tackle. A gain of 9 yards. First
They're
down.
now set for 1st and 10. Going play action, May. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Tarvarius Ward picks it off. And the 49ers will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
The 49ers and Brandon Ayuk running onto the field. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Dobbs. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
And the 49er first down.
He's got it on the bootleg. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. That throw finds Kittle.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Complete to Pearsall. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he's there to make the fair catch right at the 10-yard line. So no return on that punt. And the Pats will take over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. It's complete to Hunter Henry. And that's good for a gain of 5. Tackle made by Jair Brown. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
At the 16-yard line.
The give inside to Gibson. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Brought down by Javon Hargrave. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And we'll turn our focus now to the flag down as he ends up out of bounds.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And
Still
now
3rd down.
we're going to wait to see how they respond. Backed up now after the penalty. It's 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Here's May. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's a New England 1st down.
It's a gain of 20.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's May. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Yeah, and this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered gate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Signals for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 27. No return on that punt, and they'll get ready to go on offense. The 49ers back on offense and set to take over. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Cut by Jennings. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Christian Gonzalez getting there for the tackle. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
2nd and 7 at the 31-yard line.
Mitchell gets it from the gun. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 7.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
They kick the running back in motion. Completed to his running back. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Running out of the gun with Mitchell. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Well, it looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still 1st down.
So they'll only need 5 now after that neutral zone infraction penalty. Running back sent in motion. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
That finds Ayuk complete. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. 16 yards on the play. And that's a 49er first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Working inside the red zone. This one's caught. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from the home of the faithful. The 49ers are on the move here. From inside the 1, here's first and goal. Garindo gets in. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Isaac Garindo with the touchdown. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They are just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Moody knocks that extra point through. And the 49ers grow the lead now to 22 points. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Jones. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Patriots returning their offense and this running back to the field. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. First down throw for May. He'll get this to Henry. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. May now from the gun. To the sideline it goes. He makes the play. Pass caught. Both feet are down. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
First down, Patriots.
To the air yet again, May. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Back to the air. It's May. Has him on the quick hitter. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the first. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're first to 3. Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That's caught for the first. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Patriots will have a first down. Throwing it again here. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down. May. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Here we go, second and very long. That's taken in by Henry. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Charvarius Ward brings him down. Niners countering with a 5th defensive back on this 3rd down. Throwing is May. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it only does a little against the deficit, which drops to 19. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. This return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. The 49ers and Joshua Dobbs headed back on offense. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. They kick the running back in motion. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. That throw was looking for Brandon Ayuk. And that'll bring up second down. Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. And he found some running room for a nice gain. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2. So we're halfway through this contest from Santa Clara, California. The hometown 49ers out in front. Now it's time we checked in around the league. Here's Jonathan Coachman with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll get our tour started out at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where it was the Bears who pick up the victory at home. Caleb Williams, excellent in the victory as his guys moved to 3-1 after 4 games. Next, we'll head over to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott, excellent in the victory as his guys moved to 3-1 after 4 games. Finally, let's get to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And they were winners in that ball game as they beat the visiting Washington Commanders. Kyler Murray leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. The 49ers got a good performance in the first half by the veteran Joshua Dobbs. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Gibson. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Patriots and quarterback Drake May are ready to go once more on offense. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. To throw, here's May. On the quick slant, it finds Polk. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. 2nd and 3 now.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 33-yard line.
May looking to throw. Gets it quickly to Douglas. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Mario Douglas.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
And a Patriot first down.
A give up the middle to Gibson. And looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Trying to get that one to Jalen Polk. So now they're going to have to figure out this 3rd down. Made a throw it. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that's a New England 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. They've got a man in motion. May on 1st and 10. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Intended for Juju Smith-Schuster. It leads to 2nd and 10.
May now. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
May now on 3rd down. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. That's one he knows he should have had. So that brings up 4th and long. The Patriots have their punting unit out. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. The 49ers are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. They're out and set, 1st and 10. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. That's Mitchell on the slant. And he'll get it up to the 27. They get an even 10 on that play. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Mitchell up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
35-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's Mitchell again. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Marcus Jones ranging over for the stop. 3rd and just 2 to go.
No gain on the play. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Again, this is Mitchell. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
He breaks a tackle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Kate, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Mitchell takes it straight ahead. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Kyle Duggar hauling him down. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Into the hands of Kittle. And they're going to bring him down at the 36.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
They send a tight end in motion. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. Kittle brings it in. He's got a gain of 6 there. All down that time by Jonathan Jones. So now here's 3rd and 5. Here's Dobbs now. Complete beyond the marker. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll run. This is Mitchell. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Escapes the pocket. And he will score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers push their lead further to start the half. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
That one right down the middle. And the 49ers continue piling on to this lead. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Gibson. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Patriot offense making their return to the field. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. To the air on 1st down, May. Short pass brought in. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
From the 36. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Had that one, but just couldn't see it through. And now it's 3rd and short. Here's May. He lofts it deep left. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Punt team on the field. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And they're going to take over possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Look at this. The wideout gets it to start this drive. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a 49er 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Looking to throw, Dobbs. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. He can't hang on to the pass. And now they face 2nd down. On the handoff, here's Mitchell. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Jelani Tavai ranging in for the stop. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing is Dobbs. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions to get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. It'll be Mitch Wishnowski doing the honors. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. Takes this in at the 25. And some nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. This one returned for 11 yards. And it's going to be their football coming up. The Patriots offense all set to go. And this has become must-score territory now every time out as they trail by a full 4 possessions in this 2nd half. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Polk makes the catch. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. First down throw for May. That pass is caught by Smith-Schuster. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Ball start. Offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. They'll run here following the penalty. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding. Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty, and now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Going play action, May. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
He'll get this to Henry. And they make the stop as that player reaches the 14-yard line. Thankfully, only one quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. The Patriots have it. 1 quarter to play in what's been a rough outing for them. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. May now from the gun. That's incomplete left side. Not on the same page with his tight end. So now they're left with 4th and goal. May throwing for it. Intercepted in the end zone. Jarvarius Ward picks it off.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Now out comes the San Francisco offense. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. Mitchell on the carry, and he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
This is Mitchell. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. 3rd and a lone yard coming up.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Doms. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. It was there, he just couldn't corral it. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short. So out now comes the punter. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Broke through the tackle. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The visitors and this running back headed back out for a new series. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. He was looking for Jalen Polk. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Back to the air. It's May. Henry on the catch. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. From the gun, it's May. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. He was looking for Jalen Polk. So second down coming up. To the air yet again, May. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Woo, very fortunate that didn't go as a turnover. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, here's May. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
It's pretty impressive, isn't it? They built this type of lead for themselves because that's actually, Kate, their first sack of the game. And that's why smart front offices and complete teams build a well-rounded roster. That way, if a core component like the pass rush today isn't there, well, the other areas of the team pick each other up.
I think we all saw their shoulders slump in unison when they saw that flag come out. They knew what that call was going to be.
And if he could, you know he'd dig a hole 10 feet under and go hide in it. You do not want to be the guy who gave this drive new life.
Looking for the back that time. So it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing from the gun. He completes it in traffic. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. May. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
And without much room, he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on down.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
So here come the 49ers on offense. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Running right with Mitchell. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. Stuck to the ground, but nothing gained that time, and it brings up 3rd and 7.
Down and 7.
From the gun, Garindo breaks the tackle, still going. And this one doesn't go far. He got 3 on the run. That's going to bring up 4th and 4.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
On now comes their punter. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And it'll be their football. May on 1st and 10. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
May trying again here on second. This one finds Polk. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Right side and into the hands of Douglas. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. That one gains 7. And the Patriots will have a first down. May looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. May now. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Still sticking with the passing game. That's to his running back, Antonio Gibson. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They'll throw it again. That one is swatted away, incomplete, but there's a flag down in the secondary, and I think they're going to get somebody here for holding. He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. Here we go, 2nd and very long. That's taken in by Henry. Decent gain here, but short of the first. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Here's May to the air. That finds Gibson, complete. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
He connects downfield on 4th. Touchdown, New England! The Patriots making the scoreboard look a touch better. Javon Baker with the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. And you gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Not really much of an avenue left for a comeback in this one, but they still have to try the onside kick here. And the 49ers are able to cover the kick. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Now after that return, we've got an injured player getting some assistance as we momentarily step aside. 1st and 10 from the 41. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. The give now to Mitchell. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a first down.
Handoff here to Mitchell. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Forced out to his right. And he will score. It's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers put up even more points in a win. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down. And when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
On the return, here's Gibson. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. He'll get this to Henry. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Throw left side caught by Douglas. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
At their 49-yard line.
May now from the gun. And they pick him off again. Jair Brown has it. And he's gonna go. It's a pick 6. Went to the old well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Yeah, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and they had somebody there waiting for it that time.
On is Moody for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers grow their lead yet again. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25. The offense getting set to go. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now May coming off that pick. Short pass brought in. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Patriots just want to get out of here with how this one is gone. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Made a throw it. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Demario Douglas, the intended target. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Throwing from the gun here. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the 49ers will go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Mitchell. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Good defensive tackles in this league, Kate. They can take up a couple blockers. Great defensive tackles. Well, they stuffed the stat sheet just like that, knocking that run backwards before it could get started.
They give it to him again. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. It's a gain of 4, and they're going to need twice that now on 3rd and 8.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
A give to Mitchell, running left. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. 1 yard on the play, and now they've got 4th down and 6.
A gain of only a yard.
Their punter making his way out now. And this is going to put him up to 6 punts today. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. He has it at the 22. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. So the 49ers earn the win in this one. And their start to the season not cooling off by any means as they move to 4-0 on the year. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a win for the 49ers as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara.